Hello there. Are you aware that a lot of individuals have been unable to tap from the wealth in the real estate sector simply because they lack the right knowledge? My name is Zenim Aaron from Ture Bokla Realties, which is a real estate firm located in Abuja, FCT, Nigeria. Today, I will be sharing with you various land classifications which can stand as a guide for you anytime you desire to invest within the FCT. According to the Land Use Act of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, all lands within the state are under the custody of the governor of the state, and lands located within the local government are under the custody of the local government chairman. Now, within the FCT, all lands within the FCT are under the custody of the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory. A friend of mine invested 10 million naira some years ago and shared his painful experience with me. He told me of how he lost it all simply because he invested with the wrong knowledge. Like I said, I'll be talking about various land classifications within the FCT. Now, there is what is known as village land. Within the FCT, buying a land from a village chief or a district head within a local community is not acceptable. Whenever you buy a land that doesn't have any government document backing up that land, note that you're putting your money down the drain. Recently, a department under the Federal Capital Development Authority, known as Development Control, demolished some buildings, some settlements within a particular village. Now, all those who invested by buying lands and building houses within that locality lost all their investment simply because they invested without the right knowledge. So if you're thinking of investing within any village in the FCT without any document from the FCT minister backing that land, please stay away from it, except if you're ready to lose out your funds. The next land allocation is issued by the FCDA. Now, we have two categories of allocations that come from the FCDA. First is the allocations which is issued by the Compensation and Resettlement Department. Now, whenever the government wants to relocate any community, they relocate them to a resettlement area. We have areas such as Apo resettlement, Nyanya resettlement, Gidandia resettlement, Gidamango resettlement, just to mention a few. Those are examples of the resettlement areas. Note that their documents have good security features and the infrastructure within that area are meant to be developed by the FCDA as well. If you have heard of Apo resettlement, is a very popular place within the FCT. That is an example of one of the resettlement areas. The other category of allocations that is issued by the FCDA is issued through a department known as Abuja Geographical Information System. Now, all allocations that are issued by AGES are issued as right of occupancy title documents. These allocations are also issued with the approval of the FCT minister. Once you are issued any allocation as a right of occupancy title document, after fulfilling the required conditions, it can be processed to certificate of occupancy title documents. Note that lands that are issued or lands that have or properties that have certificate of occupancy title documents are easily acceptable by financial institutions whenever you need to use that document to access a loan or a facility. The next category of allocation that we'll be talking about, or category of lands that we'll be talking about within the FCT, is what is known as the area council allocation. We have 6 area councils within the FCT, namely Gwagwalada, Kwali, Kuje, Abaji, Bwari, and the Abuja Municipal Area Council. Note that they have been authorized to issue allocations within their jurisdiction as supervised by or with the approval of the FCT minister. Note that their documents, as much as they can be cheaper to buy or invest in, their documents lack the requisite security features, which makes it very easy for fraudsters and land grabbers to clone the documents and sell to unsuspecting investors or individuals. So if you're thinking of investing within any area that has an area council allocation, I would like you to double check that document with the relevant authorities. The last allocation we'll be talking about here today, or last classification of lands we'll be talking about here today, is allocations issued by estate developers. Abuja is a very large city with a plethora of estates. However, you should note that whenever you're subscribing or investing within any of those estates, what most of them issue is an allocation from the estate developers alone. Now, very few estates get to process the documents of their subscribers to what is known as the certificate of occupancy title document. If all you receive is the allocation from the estate developers, note that financial organizations and financial institutions don't accept such documents when the need arises, if you want to use it as a collateral to access facility. Now, for any estate to process the document by doing what is known as the deed of partition, the estate has to be developed on an FCDA allocated plot. If the estate is developed on an area council plot, note that such processes cannot take place on an area council allocation. But if it is within the FCDA allocation, then sure, the developer, if they choose to, they can process the document for every subscriber or every investor within the estate to have their own title document of CFO, which can as well be used when accessing facilities or loans whenever it is needed. So as an investor, it's not enough for you to just own a building or own a house, but own security. Ask questions if you are investing within an estate. Find out what is the title document that that the estate is developed on. Also find out if the estate developers intend to process the documents for each individual or subscriber to have his or her own certificate of occupancy. But if you don't really have a need for that, why not? You can go ahead and invest. If you have any question regarding what we have shared with you today, kindly leave your questions at the comment section beneath. And if you have any comments, we'll be glad to hear what you have to say. Remember to hit the like and subscribe button beneath. And thank you very much for your time. Have a great day.